clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
At the 40-yard line.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Rodgers with a keeper. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all they needed. First down.
Okay, I'll admit it. I'm a little surprised by that call. Second and inches. It did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. After the sack on first down, Rodgers. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. Completes it again to Doubs. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Throw right side, hauled in by Doubs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Rodgers now to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On gain of 6, brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
26. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The slot man in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this one is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Completed out left to Dobbs. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's a gain of 5.
That's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on fourth down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, fourth down, they went for it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 68 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. On the sneak, Rodgers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Rodgers with a keeper. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And this one too low.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Here's Rodgers to throw. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 or about the 4. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're... And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. That